Hey there, you're watching Go on Shaw TV, where we are all about women. Well, hello there. You are watching Go on Shaw TV, and we are all about women because, of course, International Women's Day, March 8th, is coming up pretty darn quick. And you betcha there's a lot happening in Port Alberni surrounding International Women's Day. There always is. But before we tell you what's happening, we're going to tell you why it's important, why you should care about it, whether or not you're a woman. And Joanne Silver from ACAUSE is going to talk to me about it. Joanne, what is International Women's Day?
International Women's Day is an international event that started actually out of the social justice and labor movement for women around the world. There's many aspects to it. Some are political, some involve employment, arts, and just general civil rights of women. So it's celebrated on many, many levels. Women are 51% of the population in Canada. They are still not at parity in wage, and we just celebrate all aspects of society that have to do with women.
And you know, sometimes we take this for granted, but in fact, women still have to fight for recognition, for equality.
Absolutely, and we're sort of in the third wave of that right now. And people my age who, you know, were in university a very long time ago, fighting for access to certain health care benefits and certainly equal wage, we still are not at the wage parity. And in Port Alberni, because I have an executive position, I'm able to say that the recent CCEA report about wage parity, the male executives in Port Alberni make over 2.5% more than the female executives from the same sort of funding level.
Unbelievable, because Joanne, I went to university at the same time you did, and you betcha we thought we were changing the world, and it has changed a lot, but it's not done yet. The work isn't over.
It isn't. It isn't.
So we've been talking a little bit about what International Women's Day is. We're going to tell you in just a few minutes what is happening right here to mark that day and what you should come out for, because there's a lot that we still need to change. But before we do that, we're going to head out with one of my favorite television crews, the Clocked crew from Nanaimo. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen Clocked. They produce a weekly show where they're trying to beat the clock and solve a mystery and find a location. Well, they did just that in Port Alberni.
Hello there and welcome to another episode of Clocked right here on Go on Shaw TV. Derek, we're on a road trip. Where are we today?
We are in the ALBERNI Valley.
That's right, we're at the Harbor Key, somewhere deep down in Port Alberni. Unfortunately, I don't know much about this town. You?
Not a lot. Although I heard that it was like almost always sunny here, but it's looking pretty gray behind you, Todd.
Yeah, it looks like some rain's coming in, but you know what? Rain will not slow us down, because inside this envelope is our next puzzle clue quiz from Kate Bergen. Once we open it, we have 1 hour on the clock to solve it. And I'm guessing it has something to do with Port Alberni?
That's a good guess. We're on the right track already.
Welcome to Port Alberni, boys. I know that you guys are always looking for a shortcut, and this one's a doozy. Back in the day, this popular yet tucked away spot was key in linking the water supplies between the separate communities of Alberni and Port Alberni. They amalgamated in 1967. Find it and show us why.
People rave about it so much.
Huh.
Port Alberni used to be two separate communities, Alberni and Port Alberni.
At the ALBERNI Valley and Port Alberni?
This says Alberni and Port Alberni. So I guess there used to be two different communities. So it has to do with the shortcuts.
Shortcuts.
And it's this popular place which is tucked away somewhere. Tucked away somewhere? I don't know anywhere.
Sounds hard to find.
I don't know where anything is when it's not tucked away. And we only have 1 hour on the clock to find it, starting now.
Look at me, I'm a clock.
Okay, Derek, I'm having a hard time finding anybody. Like,
It's not really tourist season right now either.
there's somebody at the end of the dock that are looking at. Excuse me, you guys see a question?
He's not moving much.
Look, I don't think he's gonna be much help to us, Derek.
Life-size and tricky.
I think we should find some real people.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're looking for something. How long have you been here for?
5 years. Yeah.
Okay, still longer than us. Okay, back in the day, this popular yet tucked away spot was key in linking the water supply between the separate communities of Alberni and Port Alberni. Find it and show us why people rave about it so much.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't sound very confident. Any idea what we're looking for?
No.
Oh no! You're from Port Alberni.
I've only been here like 10 years or so.
You guys don't know because
We don't know.
you're not from here.
No,
You've been here for an hour.
a whole hour.
I don't know any particular water supply.
The canal?
The canal? Where's the canal?
Right in front of you.
Oh, right there. Found it! We won!
Well, it does connect the two.
Is that where the water supply came from back in the day?
You know what? I don't know because there's water supplies all over the place.
I'm guessing that it's either the reservoir up at the top of Bird.
I know they had a old wooden pipeline that used to go down the side of Cutts's Creek with the wire wrapped around it.
I'm just guessing.
That is the old City Hall, bottom of Johnson. At the bottom of Johnson Hill, you see the two natives with their arms out like this. That's where the City Hall, that's where the two towns used to magulate.
Are they Native American statues?
Yeah.
And people rave about it. People talk about it?
Everybody goes there to bear watch.
Bear watch.
Yes.
Really?
Right at the river, but it's on the other side of the river where all the bears are.
So what do you think? Were they helpful or was that barely helpful?
Well, I don't. Because of bears. That's why you said the bears?
It's a stretch, but you know.
Would it be the hole in the wall?
Yeah, that might be it, the hole in the wall.
There's a wall with a hole?
Yeah.
Why is there a hole in the wall?
They wanted something to get through, I guess.
How big is the hole?
Oh, probably about as big as 10 feet. 10 feet, I guess, you know.
That's a considerably big hole.
It's got the river comes through, and there's a nice little spot and a big hole in the wall.
What's the river called?
The water, I don't know.
He's very specific on the names here. I think that's very helpful. Is this the big thing that people talk about? This hole in the wall?
Yeah, now they do, yeah.
With the linking water supply?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that hole in the wall is there for something.
Where's this hole in the wall?
You gotta go back to where you're coming in town. There, you take a right somewhere close to the casino.
I like how he said somewhere.
Coom's Candy Shop is up at the junction.
Yeah.
Well, that was at the top of Roger Creek, and there's the hole in the wall there just across the road from it.
We got a hole in the wall, we got statues. You know, the statues, I'm sure they're very welcoming, but do people really rave about statues? Would Kate send us to an average thing that every town has, or is it going to send us something unique, like a hole in the wall?
I've had a hole in the wall before. It wasn't that exciting. I had to fix it.
Between the Native American statues and welcoming people at the end of Johnson Street or the hole in the wall, which one would you vote for?
The hole in the wall.
It does seem like something she'd latch on to.
Plus, it's off the beaten path a bit, which we can get a chance of getting lost. You know how she likes getting us lost.
Yeah.
So, hole in the wall?
Hole in the wall. Let's find something to rave about.
So, we have 30 minutes to find a hole in the wall. Whatever that is.
It's that way. It sounds like this hole in the wall might be the harbor key to success for us.
The harbor key to success for us. So the question is, we're looking for something on this side of the highway, a trail that goes down. Okay, now is it on this side of the road or that side of the road?
Well, that's the question because there's two across the roads.
So these guys are going to the hole in the wall. Apparently it's on the other side of the street.
Is this the trail they were talking about?
I think so. They went down here.
They did disappear.
And they said there's a trail down there, so I think we follow a trail. Oh, look over here, look at this, look at this.
Hole in the wall.
Since there's signage now, I'm thinking we're on the right path.
Well, we're certainly on the right one to the hole in the wall. So, how long of a walk do you anticipate this will be?
We have 18 minutes on the clock. My guess is gonna be 19.
And so far, we're not running.
Because I'm just worried about you, really, falling and tripping, because there's some hazards here.
Whoa! So if people come here, they should watch their step, eh?
I think they should, because you almost took a header in the drink right there. I see some signs.
More signs.
We're on the right path, Derek. Hole in the wall, boom, right down here. Now the path is getting worse and worse and worse eroded. Lots of water flowing down. It's making a river as we go down, so watch your step.
I'm starting to hear the roar of something.
Yes, definitely a roar.
Is it the roar of victory?
Hey, look, Derek, there's rushing water over here.
Nice. That's promising.
Okay, the guy be right. Whoa, it is! There's a big hole in the wall! That's a hole in the side of a big, huge rock wall! Oh, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? There's enough water to provide for all of Port Alberni, don't you think?
Even if everyone flushed at once.
Don't do it, but I think you could. Hello, Kate. We are deep in the woods in Port Alberni here. We found something called the the hole in the wall. Kate, are we right?
You're amazing. You got it.
We're right. We're it's the hole in the wall, Derek. Apparently, this is a river that kind of split the communities of Alberni and Port Alberni in half. Easy trail to walk to. There's a lot of signage. Come down, check out this natural phenomenon, the hole in the wall. Today in Quack, we're definitely winners! Hole in the wall!
Look at me, I'm a quack.
They come from the other side of the world. Massive ships carrying goods. In the Alberni Inlet, they load logs and lumber and make the trip back and forth between North America and Asia steadily for months at a time. Their crew away from home and loved ones for the duration of the contract. And for those crew members, there is one thing above all else that they seek out when they get to port, something that's provided at the Upper Room Seafarers Center in Port Alberni.
This place is a place where fellas from the ship can come and get out of the weather and Wi-Fi home.
Yes, that's right, Wi-Fi. Now there's also coffee and conversation, information about where to buy what and how to get there. But more than anything, these sailors just want to hear from home.
Yes, it is very important because we only have long voyage and we're alone. And we have to say hello to my friends, hello to our relatives, say, how are you doing, what's up, something like that.
It does come as a bit of a surprise in this age of ultra-connectedness, but in fact, when the crews are at sea, they don't have access to all the tools of communication. And for men like Julie's, who's been away from home for an entire year, this center is a lifeline to everything that matters most.
Because to communicate my family, my loved ones, relatives, my son, to be updated.
And knowing how important those updates are, it is surprising that Port Alberni had been without a seafarer center since a previous one closed some years earlier. A lack that was recognized by the pastor of a local church who set to work to open one and recruit volunteers like Matt Gregory. The location? Just above the Blue Door Cafe, a business that had already been making free Wi-Fi available.
For years, my wife and I would come down here during storm season in the winter and see these fellas huddling underneath the canopies and with cold fingers trying to contact the families back home. And for me, that wasn't right.
Matt's concern for the men who are so far from home pretty much sums up the motivation behind the Seafarers Center, a center that has been both used and appreciated since it opened in Port Alberni. And for the men, it's become a positive part of a lifestyle they wouldn't have any other way.
Yeah, I love this job for me. I love going somewhere, going some place to place. Yeah.
You can find out more about the Upper Room Seafarers Center by calling 250-731-7304. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot. Wow, you know, I have seen sailors sitting just outside the Blue Door Cafe, rain or shine, with their laptops and their smartphones. I never knew that they were just contacting home, that it was such an important thing. So I gotta say, good on you guys from the Seafarers Haven, the Seafarers Center. That's a good thing to be doing. Now, we are still here at Harbor Key talking about International Women's Day coming up March 8th. And just like I promised you, we're gonna tell you what's going on. Gwen Hunt, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, March 5th at the Italian Hall, we're doing a celebration called International Women's Day, Celebration of Women, and it starts in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. We've got some great events going on, and then in the evening, we've got a full lineup of different shows. We're doing an event called Breast Friends with the Dairy Pillows. It's an amusing little play that a bunch of us wrote because we got tired of talking about our vaginas, so we thought we'd talk about our breasts. And we have Gatan's reading a piece from Norway, from a film from Norway called Dear Daddy, which is really powerful. And I have a couple of high school girls who've written a piece called Rape Culture. They're doing that. It's a rant. And then we have Kat Vahama from the mainland. She's singing our song, or sort of our anthem, I guess, Wise Woman. And then we're going to take a 15-minute break or 20-minute break, and then we'll have our 20th production of the Vagina Monologues with the 11 women who just performed at Shaw's Landing. joined by 13 women from the mainland, an alumni cast. So there'll be 25 women in the show. It's going to be really powerful, really fun, really exciting.
Holy cow, Gran! I thought maybe there was one or two things going on. You've got a full agenda.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're really excited about it. It's going to be a really fun event. We're really going to turn this into a celebration.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is there somewhere where people can find out more information?
They can contact me at 250-723-7883. They can buy tickets at the Main Artery down here at Harbour Key, or you can buy tickets at ACOS on 3rd. You can just go on Facebook, and there's lots of information if you go to the Main Artery page.
Unbelievable. So much to do. You really need to get out and attend some of this. Now, there are also afternoon events. There's other things happening. We're going to tell you more about that in just a minute. But before we do that, our own Jenny Fortin met a man on a mission with a bow and arrow.
He's been shooting since he was about 11 years old and was a 5-time British gold medalist. Nowadays, Dave is really getting serious about archery and has decided to take his career full circle.
My grandkids wanted me to give back. You know, I spent my lifetime in archery, so they wanted me to give back. So I'm kind of on a mission to bring archery to all the kids in the Alberni Valley.
Dave's mission, with help from his wife, is to share the love of archery in a safe environment with younger generations.
The key with archery is to start off correctly, to get some training, to not just run out and buy a bow and start shooting. To get some proper training, and then you start off with the right form like any other sport. You start off with a good base and you progress from there.
But the thing about archery is that it's not an easy sport. Even a fraction of an inch makes a world of difference.
When you shoot an arrow, you have to be still and you have to care for the bow. Make sure you're not fidgeting with the bow or the arrow, or else it won't go straight. You're using all your strength to pulling back and shooting. And I like how it shoots and then you get to see if you got the target or not.
Shot after shot, arrow after arrow. These kids are picking up the sport at a rapid rate.
What I've seen so far is a big change in the way they approach the archery. They're getting a lot more confidence. They're starting to hit the balloons and the targets, so it's a lot of fun for them.
It felt scary at first, but then when I got the hang of it, it started to be really fun. I popped a couple of balloons and gotten a couple of bullseyes, but yeah, I'm pretty good.
And Dave is pretty happy with the results as well.
I see a lot of happy children, and everybody's learning together. You know, we're bringing people in from Parksville and Nanaimo and Comox that are driving all this way to come to shoot at our archery club. They want to learn. They want to learn. The parents are very supportive. We allow the parents to stay. And some of the parents have gone out and bought bows for the children, which is great. And our club, the Alberni Bowmen, is also very supportive of the children.
In the end, you might just say that Dave has hit an all-time career bullseye with teaching the kids in the archery club. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Jenny Fortin.
Sproat Lake has been a vacation paradise for over a century. In fact, much of the Alberni Valley is legendary for its outdoor recreation. Fishing and hiking, paddling and swimming. A history that the Alberni Valley Museum is hoping to hear more about.
We're asking people to tell us stories, mainly about Klitza Lodge and the history at the lake, but all sorts of outdoor recreational stories. One story leads to another, and oh, did you know about this connection over here? And we're learning all sorts of really fun little bits of history in our valley.
And there's a master plan behind this collecting of stories, a plan that, not surprisingly, involves the museum.
We are doing an exhibit this summer, the beautiful surroundings that are the valley, that it was inspiring and drew people. So we're looking at an exhibit exploring all the different sorts of outdoor recreation, from fishing and hiking and hunting, but also painting, sketching, things that were inspired by the outdoors, and also some of the cool places that people stayed.
Places like Klitza Lodge that drew the Hollywood stars of the day, or the luxurious summer homes that were owned by some of the richest people in the world. The museum is betting that many locals have stories or photographs or even artifacts from those times gone by.
That would be so cool. Call us or email us. If you look on the city website, you can find all of our contact information. And again, we're at Echo Center, so you can drop in and see us, or you can phone us, email us, whatever you're most comfortable with.
Phone or email or just stop by. But make sure your story steps into the pages of the history of the Alberni Valley. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot. Now, we've got lots more to tell you about International Women's Day, about International Women's Week coming up. But before we do that, we're going to take a bit of a break. So please stay with us. Well, welcome back. You are still watching Go on Shaw TV. We are still talking about women, about International Women's Day coming up on March 8th. And really and truly, it's kind of a International Women's Week, Joanne, because you have an event happening at ACOS leading up to it.
Absolutely. We're in consort with the Girl Guides. We're running Inspiring Women, a photography contest that has 3 categories, different age groups, including adult women. And it actually closes on the 26th for the submissions, but it will run from the night of the 4th, which is Friday, where we'll have an opening reception at 6 p.m. and it's in the space just next to ACOS on 3rd Avenue. And it will stay open until the end of International Women's Day, Tuesday.
Now, I know there are some amazing photographers, women photographers out there, young women photographers, older women photographers. So you need to get your photographs in. How do they submit them?
They can bring them right into the office, and all the information's on our website, acause.ca, and they can even phone us and say, what are the rules? But the rules are very simple, 4x6, black and white, a woman who's inspired you.
Wow. Yeah. I can think of many women. Actually, I'm here with 2 very inspiring women right now. This is pretty cool, everything that's happening for International Women's Day, and I know you're so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's been really fun. We've been organizing this for a year now. When I first started asking people to come over from the mainland, and one of the people that is coming is Kat Vahama. She's an old friend of mine, but she's an amazing, talented singer. She's appearing at Shars Landing with Tony on the Friday night as well after the photography show. She's also teaching a belly dance class in the afternoon for 2 hours, and then we have Livy doing meditation and gentle yoga, and then Jillian Main is doing visualization in the creative spirit. It's a little art workshop. So there's 4 hours of workshops for $25 in the afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock. You can just turn up at the Italian Hall, pay $10 for one or $25 for all 3, and then the evening events are $15. So it's a pretty good bargain for everybody, you know, because the prices are really reasonable.
There's so much going on. I almost don't know where to begin. Can they find out everything at ACOS or at Art Matters?
Both places. We have everything up on our website. Gwen has everything up on hers, and it's going to be a really good year this year.
An excellent year. Partial proceeds are going where?
They're coming to ACOS, as every time Vagina Monologues is performed, some of it has to go to an agency that does domestic violence work, which we have as one of our programs.
Excellent. Well, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inspiring the entire community. It's wonderful to see you again. Now we're going to go to another inspiring woman, our own Melissa Martin, who's going to take us by the hand and lead us down Art Avenue.
Welcome back to another edition of Art Avenue, coming to you from one of our many wonderful playgrounds here in the Alberni Valley. A few reminders for you. Cynthia Beneski will be our next art exhibit at the Roland Art Center, and that takes place on March 10th, and it goes until April 1st. Her artist reception happens March 12th, and that's a Saturday from 1 until 3. So certainly come by the gallery and check out her wonderful art exhibit. Also, the Community Arts Council is holding their annual general meeting, and this year is going to be an exciting one because we have a special guest, and that's going to be Carrie Morton. She is an art appraiser, so some wonderful topics going to be brought up then, and that's taking place on Thursday, March 3rd at 7 p.m., and that's going to be at the Alberni Valley Museum. So certainly come in, check out what's going to be happening this coming year with the Community Arts Council, as well as hearing a wonderful presentation by Carrie Morton. Well, I'm really not in jail. I'm again hanging out here at this wonderful park here in the Alberni Valley, but I'm here to tell you what's happening at Shar's Landing. On Friday, March 4th is Cat and Tony, and that's a CD release, and that's got a bit of jazz, blues, and roots. On Saturday, March 5th, is Alberta's Tanner James, and that's a little bit of folk and country. So if you're interested in any of those concerts, stop by Shar's Landing for your advance tickets today. And also too, what's happening at Draw Gallery. They're back on track with their life drawing sessions, and they have a teen night, and that happens every Monday night at 6 p.m. And then something for adults, and that's every Tuesday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. So for more information, contact Draw Gallery today. And here's a few reminders for the Roland Art Center. We have a call to artists happening right now, and that's for the 2017 calendar year to have an exhibit at the Roland Art Center. Applications are available, and deadline is April 30th, so don't miss out on that. Days with the Arts is coming up, and that's going to take place on our summer solstice Arts Festival that's happening in the Alberni Valley. And for more information, contact us at the Roland Art Center if you're interested in taking part in Days with the Arts. And also too, another reminder, we are accepting gently used books. As everybody knows, we have our giant book sale in May, and that's happening in the Alberni Valley at Echo Center. So if you have your gently used books, please drop them off at the Roland Art Center today. Well, that's it for another edition of Art Avenue. So until next time, I'm Melissa Martin.
Well, that does bring us to the end of another go on Shaw TV. We've been talking all about International Women's Day, International Women's Week, really, here in Port Alberni. But you know, men are more than welcome to come out to any of the events. Until we meet again, be good to each other.